This is day 7 of best star powers and gadgets for every brawler. Today's brawler is Fang. So, for gadgets, me personally, I would recommend Roundhouse Kit because it stuns enemies and can be practically used on any map, even some gem grab maps and heist even, because it gives the enemy a 0.5 stun, which is actually really good. Next up, I would personally recommend Divine Souls, mainly because his other star power, if you destroy an enemy, like absolutely obliterate them, he instantly gets a super. Although since everybody picks tanky brawlers now, it's kind of hard to do that with just your super. But Divine Souls does give him a shield that can stack with the gear. So yeah. Anyway, catch you guys in the next one. See ya. It is day 8 of best star powers and gadgets for every single brawler. Today's brawler is Gray. So Gray's first gadget is Walking Cane. His next attack pulls in enemies when he uses his next attack. Now this can be good because it can also go through invincible walls, which is pretty useful, unlike his second gadget. But his second gadget can also break a lot more walls, so it's pretty good. Grand Piano, the next attack that he shoots leaves a mark that has a piano that falls like Primo's Meteor, which is actually really good and does come in clutch sometimes. Now, New Perspective is pretty good because not only his super will teleport you now, it also heals you and allies, so that can be pretty good. I got the wrong star power, so that's kind of a mess up on me though. It is day 9 of best star powers and gadgets. Today, we're not doing Sandy. Just kidding, we are going to do Sandy. Anyway, Sweet Dreams is probably one of the better gadgets that he has because Sleep Simulator takes 1.5 seconds and it basically makes him still as a statue so where he can still take damage and still die. So, but Sweet Dreams, you can get a second of stun, which is a lot. Now, either way, this can actually be good for you. Healing Winds can heal you if your friends are in the sandstorm, so that's half the time, so that can be very useful. But if you're in a game mode like Knockout or Bounty and you want to keep those enemies super low, Root Sand is the way to go and is very good. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. This is day 10 of best star powers and gadgets for every single brawler. Today's brawler is Mortis. Let's get right into it. Now, what would I recommend for Mortis is Survival Shovel because it makes Mortis's reload speed go faster for 4 seconds, which can be a lot, and is pretty good too. Next up is Creepy Harvest. Now, Creepy Harvest I think would be pretty good because then you get something on his super and for him. So that could be good because it restores 20% of his max health. So that could be really good. Although Coiled Snake could be good too because Mortis gains a dash for 2 seconds faster. Basically, it just adds a little bar for him that when it is fully charged, he gets a longer dash, so that could also be very useful for him. This is day 11 of best star powers and gadgets for every single brawler. Today's brawler is Brock. Let's get right into it. So, what star power I would probably recommend for Brock is Rocket Fuel. Basically, he adds a mega rocket that is bigger and faster and can also destroy walls, which can be good. But if you want to like juke a lot of people, you know, like dodge people, go over walls, then I would recommend Rocket Laces because not only it does damage to nearby enemies if they're in the radius, but he can also jump around walls, which is also pretty good. What I would recommend is more rockets, mainly because his other star power just adds another ammo and nobody uses that extra ammo slot. So Rocket Rain is pretty good and adds 44% more rockets. So it's a longer super, but it has a lot more damage to it. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. See ya. This is day 12 of best star powers and gadgets for every single brawler. Today's brawler is Barley. Let's get right into it. So the gadget that I would recommend for Barley is Sticky Syrup Mixture, mainly because that a lot of melee brawlers want to go with throwers because they have less health, they don't do damage up close, but this can help you because then this can also go through walls also. What it does is that it makes a little circle around Barley and it slows down enemies, so that's good. Now, for me personally, I like medical use mainly because if he gets low, then he can instantly get health back with every attack. But the better one and that most people use is extra Noxious, whatever. It just adds 200 damage to Barley's actual attack, which is actually really good and better too.